The last 8.5 years have had a positive impact on the development in the town of Goshen. This resignation is effective at the end of September unless a replacement for my seat is found earlier. Sincerely, Mary Rice Israelsky. Motion to accept?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Saying please write her a letter. And the supervisor write her a letter.
Right, thanking her for her services. Right. Okay, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next issue is 7, and that is ADC Orange for a planned adult community. Geez, I seem to have heard that word a little bit before. And set a public hearing date. Dennis, can you take us through
Just
this?
so you're aware, again, another item which you probably should study between today and Thursday, and act on Thursday, but just very briefly, ADC is the Maplewood project on Craigville. That's a litigation that was resolved, settled by stipulation. They are now, much like Timber Trail, requesting that a PAC be allowed on a portion of that property. Just like Timber Trail, you have special use permit authority at this stage. And if you notice, just to crystallize it to both procedures, if you look at the fourth paragraph, we have also submitted applications to the Town of Goshen Planning Board for subdivision and site plan approvals. Next paragraph is contemplated the Town of Goshen Planning Board will continue to serve as lead agency. Meaning, so what's going on is they're doing exactly the procedure we were talking about with Timber Trail. Come here, special use. In the meantime, we're going to the planning board for site plan, et cetera, coordinated review, and we'll do this all at once as opposed to being duplicative or cumbersome with the process. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or different, but your code allows that and actually encourages that.
Is this part of the site plan they have now in front of the planning board? Is this new?
This is new as a product. This is new as a product of the stipulation of settlement we entered into with them settling the litigation. Remember, ADC was a project.
I remember.
Okay, right. ADC was a project where they're going to have on their 100+ acres of mixed use. They're going to have. They proposed. It remains to be seen. A PAC. Some single-family homes along Craigville, very few, like 9 or 10 max.
They're contiguous to the village.
Right, and then there's another single-family home area around Coleman Road.
Right.
Okay. And this is just in furtherance of that, further into that.
So, as you said, we're putting this off till Thursday, but on Thursday, what would you propose?
But what I would propose at that time is similar to what you're doing with Timber Trail.
Yeah.
One, you would set a public hearing on the issue of this board granting a special use permit for a PAC. Two, you would also establish or assert yourselves as lead agency or indicate you'll share or coordinate lead agency status on the special use permit application, planning board on the site plan, and you'll coordinate the two so it's not duplicative. Again, same discussion we had on Timber Trail. Whether you do it, that's totally up to the board.
Right. Well, I mean, since we're planning on doing that on Thursday, is there a date that we want to target for the public hearing?
Up to the board.
I wouldn't suggest the 16th of September.
No.
Should it be I think the other dates are the
27th or the 30th.
27th or the 30th. Right?
Yeah, one of those dates will be the time to advertise.
Yeah. Yeah, how about, tentatively, the 27th? Yeah. 27th is a work session.
How many days in advance do you have to advertise for a public hearing? 30?
No, 10.
Oh, 10? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fine. All right.
So does the 27th at 7:30 work for you guys?
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
But again, now that's tentative. You can change your mind, do as you wish.
I was just to give you some. As of tonight, we're not doing any motion.
Correct.
Okay, that's number 7. And now we move on down.
And again, just to clarify something for the board's sake, okay, Phil also. The application for a PAC, as you know, under the code, reposes with this board, it's a special use permit, special application, okay? Under the seeker regulations, that is defined as an administrative action of this board. In so determining, yay, we'll allow the PAC, or nay, we don't want it. Either one of those decisions under seeker, the State Environmental Quality Review Act, requires that you examine the environmental impacts of the decision to grant or deny. Follow what I'm saying? So all these discussions about seeker and the applicants and the studies they have to do, they could overlap. The same traffic study, special permit, no special permit, site plan, whatever number of units, okay, same issues. So that's what I'm saying to you, just to crystallize it for you. The applicant is the one who determines whether they want to run it simultaneously, whether they want to save some money by doing one study or two separate studies in time, okay? But again, that's the applicant. They're at risk. We have to do it by law, just so you understand, because I know there was confusion about the procedures on timber trail, identical to this one. But even if it's a nay, you've got to go through the process. By definition, even though, again, that's why and how you come to your decision.
Okay, so this next one, number 8, with Goshen Meadow. There's a letter that we received on the 17th. I know we received it before, but it's again in the packet. This office has a project called Goshen Meadows. It's a 24-lot subdivision located along Maple Avenue and Gate Schoolhouse Road. One of the conditions of approval for this project is the formation of a drainage district. It's my understanding that the drainage district is not something the town board looks favorably on. In order to satisfy the consultants, I am requesting that the town board discuss whether or not they will entertain a drainage district for this property. If they are willing to entertain this district, then our attorneys will forward to your attorneys the necessary paperwork in order to have us move forward. Thank you for your time and attention, and this is signed by their engineer, Michael Sandor. So I think he is correct in stating that we are not interested in taking over drainage districts, that they basically would become a part of the HOA.
Right. That has been the policy of the board.
Right. So is that the same way that we should? Everybody goes for the HOA?
Usually, don't we look at what it is first? Aren't we obligated to look at what they're proposing as a drainage district? If it is on someone's specific piece of property,
depending what they're proposing,
or is it somewhere on bordering 3 or 4 pieces of property? I know the HOA is involved, but I remember one drainage district they were talking about where it was on one piece of property, and if there was no HOA, he was it.
Guess what? They're going to default and you're going to own it. That's
we
right.
were it.
That's
So
right.
before we do this, shouldn't we look and see where their proposed drainage district is?
That's fine.
Yeah, you need more information. Yeah, no, well, that would be the proper method, yeah.
I don't want to hold the process up.
Yeah, what I don't know is, have you ever seen this before? Has it ever been before you?
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with it. I don't.
No. I don't remember it coming before us.
You can tell by the letter.
Yeah, it sounds
like we made decision this way, which we have, and that's what.
Yeah, I think the proper response would be, yes, that is our policy. No, we don't like to take or create drainage districts. It's the responsibility of the town. But we need more factual submission circumstances. Easier to make a determination.
Yeah.
And, again, be very politely drawn.
So we need to meet with this gentleman, like I say, on a Monday night.
Well, they could submit the...
Or submit.
Submit,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they probably, I would kind of think they'd want to meet with you. It would be cheaper, I would think, than preparing plans, knowing that you just talk to them.
Right.
That's up to them, once again.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is meet with them at some point in the future to discuss that project and what the drainage ditches look like. Okay?
Yeah.
Very good. Jessup Switch Road Rehab. We just received a letter, I believe, I just got it today, and I think, Dennis, this, it speaks to the issue of all the things that we're saying, 187,260, there was one bid. As I reviewed this whole letter, it basically said that, assuming this is okay, in fact, it says it in, the 4th paragraph, Attorney Kaplicki has provided a written opinion on this matter, which you may wish to review.
Yeah, that was on the one bid issue.
Right. Yeah. And so therefore, now, the question is what to do. We had that thing with Fazzino. Ms. Fazzino, from Community Development, was on vacation this week, I believe.
Yes.
So there's really nothing that can be done about this at this particular time. but it seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that we will accept the bid at the $187,260, and then once Pizzino gets back, we will